Hello, this is Teach, and I'm here today for a serious announcement. As it so happens, shit has really hit the fan. I mean, this is serious shit that's going on. YouTube is going to be going in compliance with the regulations of the FTC's COPPA, and that is going to have some serious repercussions on content creators like me everywhere. First off, let me explain just what COPPA is. It stands for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Its basic purpose is to keep websites from taking information from children on the internet and using them for advertising purposes. This all sounds well and good on paper, until you realize what this means to the average Joe content creator like me. So, as per YouTube's new policy, you will now have to label each of your videos as either for children or not for children. The idea is that you mark your videos to determine what is child-friendly and what isn't. That's all well and good, but let's go over what's involved in that process. So, when you select that your video is for children, that video loses notifications, it loses the ability to make comments, you cannot like and subscribe, you cannot run ads on that video, and of course you cannot monetize it, because the FTC does not want children involved in the content creators' money-making schemes. Still, all is well and good. However, most content creators live and die off of ad revenue, and most of these content creators are not directly targeting children for their works for their ad revenue. So the logical thing to do would be to simply mark your videos as not for children. Hell, YouTube even offers the option to declare your entire channel as either for children or not for children, which makes things very easy for the user. You're probably under the assumption that we're dealing with reasonable people here. But then there's the issues of what makes a video for children. As it so happens, the FTC has a very antiquated definition of what is suitable for children. That is to say, cartoons, video games, sports, stories, toys, children's books, fantasy, pets, and even children's arts and crafts. The definition even goes so far as to state that it applies to anything that appeals to children. Things like animated characters, bold or fast-moving graphics, or bright and vibrant colors. I am not making this up. Basically, if it looks like something a kid would like, then it's for children. Did you animate a cartoon? It's for children. Are you let's playing a video game? It's for children. Do you like collecting certain kids' toys? It's for children. Does your video feature a popular song that a kid would like? Then it's for children. And here's the real kick in the nuts. If the FTC comes around and takes a look at your video, which they will do, and decides that you've mislabeled your video, you can be fined up to $42,000. That's per video, by the way. If you were to forget to label your videos, it will come in and do it for you. However, the FTC will then come in and check your videos out. And if they decide that you've mislabeled your videos, then they will hold you responsible. You can't blame YouTube on this one since it's your channel, and labeling these videos is your responsibility. Also, you cannot simply check a box and be like, well, I said it wasn't for children, so you can't do anything to me about it. Even if you put a disclaimer saying, this video is not suitable for children, at the beginning of your video, that wouldn't be enough. Why? Because what content is or is not suitable for children is no longer yours to define. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is YouTube up to its old tricks, flagging your videos for copyright and shit, which they are still doing, by the way, and now they're going to be taking it to the next level. Well, no. This is not YouTube's doing at all. YouTube is in compliance with the FTC. So that means this is the federal government we are dealing with now, and they do not suffer fools lightly. YouTube is just following orders at this point. Apparently they fucked up big time, and now we, the content creators, are paying the price for it. This is why we can't have nice things. And the sad thing is, this would not be so bad if the people running the FTC weren't living in the 1960s. I mean, it's like if your grandpa was watching cartoons or something. You know, he wouldn't know the difference. These people do not know about internet culture. They have little regard for cartoons. They don't play video games. They don't eat cereals. They put on their black suit and ties and go straight to Wall Street because they're grown men. And yet, if we don't fall in line with their mindset, we're the ones who get hit with the shit. Basically, a lot of content creators are going to get hurt from this in many ways. Some are going to take a major hit on their income because, again, if you label your video as for children, you get no ad revenue. But if you label it as not for children and your video proves too graphic and adult to appeal to children, your video is also going to get demonetized because advertisers don't want to put their ads on adult videos. And if you try to hit that sweet spot, that happy medium where it's not for children, then you risk the FTC declaring your video as mislabeled and getting a knock on the door from old Uncle Sam. So there really is no happy medium. There is no sweet spot that you can use to obtain your audience and your ad revenue. I've been looking into this, and there are some people who pose the argument that this move will only serve to add more mature content and more things that are not kid-friendly, because everyone will be taking their mature videos and labeling them for children, even if there's foul language, violence, or even sexual content in the video. And I disagree with this notion. This is why. The idea of COPPA is to protect children, namely people who are 12 and under. So if you label your videos as not for children and the FTC decides you've mislabeled your videos, you will get fined up the ass. So in a logical leap, if you decide that your video is for children, the FTC will take a surface glance at your videos and leave you alone. You might not be able to get comments or ad revenues or notifications or much of anything else, but it's better than losing a lot of money, right? Well, that might work for a while. However, eventually, if the FTC to take a closer look at the video that you labeled for children, or worse, if someone decides to report said video, because I don't think they'll take that feature away from you, you can expect the FTC to come at you with a civil lawsuit because you lied to them about your video being child-friendly. This is what we call Morton's Fork. It's a situation where you have to choose between two different paths, and both of those paths lead you to getting fucked in the same way, but for a different reason. Oh, and in case you were wondering, YouTube's basic advice for dealing with this situation is for you to hire a lawyer before you start uploading new videos. Because, yeah, all 27 million of us YouTubers can just call a lawyer at the drop of a hat. So I am sure you're wondering, where do I stand in all of this? So let's do some math here. I currently have 10 episodes of Mogeko Castle with voices, 22 episodes of The Grey Garden with voices, 2 episodes of Garden Grey The with voices, 17 episodes of Secret of Mana Theater, 9 episodes of Undertale with voices Genocider, 18 episodes of Undertale with voices Pacifist, 12 episodes of Ebe with voices, 7 episodes of The Witch's House with voices, and about 10 episodes of Octopath Traveler Mission Abridged. If all of them get flagged for being mislabeled, I could potentially owe up to $4,494. And that's only counting the episodes in my series. I'm not counting the voting time or my video updates or any extra videos that I'm doing. I mean, hell, if even one of my videos gets flagged and I get fined, I will not be able to survive. But hey, let's get the benefit of the doubt here. After all, $42,000 is the maximum amount. It's possible they might only fine me $500 for videos and not the full $42,000. It's also quite possible that Christina Ricci will come over to my house, take off her clothes, and jump into the shower with me. It's possible, but that doesn't mean it will happen. The point is, I can't afford to get fined, not even once. I don't monetize any of my videos, so I'm not exactly making a living off of the With Voices series or Octopath Traveler Mission Abridged. But from the looks of things, come 2020, YouTube will be a liability for me at this point. Even now, none of my videos are really safe, per se. Think back to the copyright strikes that YouTube's still delivering to people. If your video has not received a copyright strike, that doesn't mean you're in the clear. It just means you have not gotten a copyright strike for it yet. And I am pretty sure the same thing will apply to these labels that I am forced to put on these videos. Right now, I am going to see where the wind blows. At this moment, it is possible to make a comment on the FTC's website and to sign a petition demanding a change in the COPPA policies. These things will be open until around December 9th. December 10th, basically COPPA is more or less solidified, and January is when the COPPA rules will take effect. Now, if December 9th rolls around and it doesn't look like things will change, then I'm going to be taking steps to take down my own YouTube account. Come Christmas time, my account will be wiped clean. There will be no videos. However, that doesn't going to simply disappear into the void. I still have Undertale with voices to finish up, and I have Octopath Traveler Mission Abridged Season 1 to get started, and I've even got Mad Father with voices to get to work on. I just won't be able to use YouTube anymore. What I will be using in its place, I'm still trying to figure that out right now. So please bear with me on this. This will be a difficult step for me, but I promise you I will persevere. You will be able to track down my progress through my Patreon or on my Twitter. So please visit me there. I know that there will be tough times ahead of us, but please, don't give up on me, because I certainly will not give up on Blue Rhapsody and the With Voices series. I just hope that when next we meet, it will be during better times. Until then, teach out!